Do you know how casinos make money? The casino's mathematical edge is only 1.5%. Can you believe it? 1.5%? For every $100 bet, they only take $1.50 on average. That's it. And with just that, Las Vegas makes billions every year. It's just 1.5%. But what about traders? They want 70% win rate, 80% win rate. If my win rate is high, I will make money. That's what they believe. But here's the strange part. People with 70% win rate still blow their accounts. People with 40% win rate sometimes make money. Do you know why? It's because traders understand the math backwards. I've traded NASDAQ for 14 years. I've withdrawn millions of dollars. As a pure retail trader, I will show you how traders get the math wrong and how it should actually be applied to your trading. In this video, I break it all down with 5 tools. Let me offer you a game. Roll one die. If it lands on 1, you receive $600. If it lands on 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, you lose $100. Would you play this game? Most people say no. Why? Because the chance of rolling a 1 is 1 out of 6, about 17%. You lose 83% of the time. Your gut says this is a losing game. But let's do the math. When you win $600, probability 1 out of 6. 600 times 1 over 6 equals $100. When you lose $100, probably 5 out of 6. 100 times 5 over 6 equals about $83. 100 minus 83, every time you play this game, you make $17 on average. You lose 83% of the time, but the more you play, the more you make. What does this mean? What percentage do I win doesn't matter. How much do I make on average per game? That's what matters. Let me bring this straight to trading. You found the setup on the chart. Stop loss $100, target $600. Win rate 17%. 8 or 9 out of 10 trades hit your stop. But the expected value is positive. Over 100 trades, 200 trades, your account grows. This is risk to reward. Even with the 17% win rate, if you make 6 times when you win, you make money. Even with a 70% win rate, if you win small and lose big, you lose money. It's not about win rate, it's about expected value. Now you understand the positive expected value structure. But here's where a dangerous assumption shows up. I'm making money, so it must be my skill. Is it really? Let me show you with a coin. Let's run an experiment. We gather 100 traders. We give them no charts, no news, no analysis. Just one coin. Heads buy, tails sell. They trade like this for 6 months. 1 trade per day, 125 trades total. NASDAQ futures, 1 contract. What do you think happens? Most of them end up around 0. Makes sense, it's random. But here's the thing. 2 or 3 out of 100 end up with over 40% returns. They never looked at a chart, never did any analysis, flip a coin for every trade, and made 40% in 6 months. On the other side, 2 or 3 people end up at minus 40% or worse, also coin flips. Now, here's the question. Let's say the person who made 40% uploads a YouTube video and say things like, here's my trading strategy, 40% returns in 6 months. What do you think when you see that? Wow, this person is really scared, right? But the truth is they flipped a coin. Out of 100 people, only the 2 or 3 whose profit are visible. The other 97 probably never posted a video. So to our eyes, profit equals skill. Then the real question comes, if I'm making money, how do I know if it's skill or pure luck? Back to the coin. If you flip a coin 200 times, how many heads should you get? Could it be 97, could it be 104? That's normal. So where's the line between normal and unusual? That's your standard. In 200 flips, anything between 86 and 114 is normal range. If 100 people is flipped 200 times, 95 of them will land inside this range. Only 5 will be outside, 2 or 3 above, 2 or 3 below. Now apply this to trading. A trader made 200 trades, won 115 of them, 57% win rate. If this person's true skill is coin flip level, meaning 50% winning 115 or more out of 200 only happens to 2 or 3 out of 100 people. That's outside the normal range. This is hard to explain with luck alone. It's likely a skill. That's how you judge it. But here's the key. The number of trades completely changes the judgment. Say there is the same 57% win rate. 30 trades, 70 wins, have 100 people flip a coin 30 times. Plenty of them hit 17 or more. Normal range. Could be luck, could be skill. You can't tell. 200 trades, 115 wins, outside the range. Now you can carry skill. 500 trades, 286 wins, far outside, almost certainly skill. See the pattern? Same 57% win rate, but 30 trades prove nothing. 200 trades can prove skill. The number of trades is the evidence. You need at least 200 trades to know if your strategy is real. Now bring this to real-life trading. You have a strategy with 20% win rate. When it wins big. Expected value is positive, just like the dice game earlier, but you just lost 10 trades in a row. Consecutive stop losses. What do? This strategy doesn't work, and you throw it away. But let's calculate. A 20% win rate strategy losing 10 times in a row, 0.8 times 0.8, 10 times, about 11%. That happens roughly 1 in 10 times. Statistically completely normal. But most people abandon the strategy right here. They throw away a positive expected value strategy because of a normal losing streak. Even if the structure is right, if you don't reach enough trades, probably can't do its job. Emotions cut the account short. 200 trades done, skill confirmed. But then one day it stops working. Same strategy but 3 weeks of losses in a row. Is the strategy broken? No. The market changed. Let me show you with cards real quick. Take a standard deck of cards. There are 52 cards in total. What's the chance of pulling the ace of spades? 1 out of 52, about 2%. But now I tell you the card you pulled is definitely a spade. How many spades are there? 13. Now the chance of it being the ace of spades is 1 out of 13, about 8%. Same deck, one condition added is a spade, and the probability jumped from 2% to 8%, 4 times higher. This is conditional probability. Don't overthinking it. When you look at the pool deck, one probability. When a condition narrows the range, a different probability. Let me bring this straight to trading. You have your trading record, 200 trades total, 57% win rate proved as skill from the last section. But what if you break those 200 trades by market condition? Trending market where one side has clear dominance, 120 trades, 65% win rate. Choppy range bound market where neither side has control, 60 trades, 45% win rate. Sudden volatile market where dominance keeps flipping, 20 trades, 35% win rate. Overall, it's 57%, but broken down, completely different picture. Same principle as the deck of cards. Full deck gives one number, filter by spade, different number. When the market condition changes, your strategy's win rate changes because the dominance landscape changed. So when you hit 3 weeks of losses, the question is not, is my strategy broken? The first question should be, did the market condition change? Did the dominance shift? A strategy that prints money when one side has a clear control will lose money when neither side is winning. That's expected. The cards changed. Same strategy, different results on different days. This is why. Your strategy isn't wrong. The deck changed. One more important thing. A coin doesn't have memory. 10 heads in a row, next flip is still 50-50. But the market is not a coin. If there was a big crash yesterday, today's market conditions are not the same as yesterday's. Yesterday's result changes today's condition. It shapes who has dominance. So I've been losing, so I'm due for a win kind of mindset only works with coins. In the market, you should think yesterday was a big drop, market conditions shifted, dominance shifted. My strategy win rate may have changed too. Here's the takeaway. Don't treat every trade as the same probability. Recognize that your strategy's win rate shifts with market conditions. That's the difference between amateurs and pros. Pros go big only when dominance is clear. When it's not clear, they reduce size or sit out. But here's one thing you need to know before you start. Even if you read the condition perfectly, there's one thing you can't avoid. Let me show you with marbles. I've got a jar of marbles, 55 red, 45 blue. Say, if you pull a red marble, it means profit. If you pull a blue marble, loss. After each pull, put it back in. This is a 55% win rate strategy. This trader makes 500 trades a year. What would be the chance of pulling 10 blue marbles in a row at some point during the year? About 15%. 1 in 6 or 7 traders will experience a 10-trade losing streak within 1 year with a 55% win rate. Imagine you are this trader. You studied hard, built a strategy, back-tested it, went live. But lost 10 in a row, what goes through your mind? This strategy must be wrong. But it's not wrong. It's a mathematically scheduled event. That's all. The person who knows this in advance survives. The person who doesn't shakes at 3 losses, changes strategy at 5 and kicks the market at 10. But to survive, there's one condition. Your account has to stay alive. To survive 10 losses in a row, you cannot bet big on a single trade. Let me prove this with math one last time. When you drive, you wear a seatbelt, right? Not wearing it once won't cause an accident. Skip it 10 times and you will probably be fine. But statistically, the average driver gets into an accident once every 18 years. If you drive 100 days a year, 18 years is 1800 days. Every time you get behind the wheel, there's roughly a 1 in 1800 chance of getting hurt in an accident. One time looks safe, right? Stack up 1800 times and probably doesn't lie. Skip the seatbelt and usually nothing happens. Do it 3 or 4 times, still fine. But that habit doubles your odds of getting hurt from 1 in 1800 to 1 in 900. On the other side, people who always buckle up, their odds drop from 1 in 1800 to 1 in 3000. One drive at a time, you can feel the difference. Stake 1,000 and one person lives while the other doesn't. Back to trading. Let's say each trade has a 1% chance of blowing up your account. One trade, fine, 99% survivor. Repeat this 1,000 times, your chance of still being alive is 0.004%. Basically zero. Now this trader drops that blow up risk to 0.01% per trade. After 1,000 trades, 90% survivor. 1% versus 0.01%. On a single trade, you can feel the difference. After 1,000 trades, one is alive and one is gone. Exactly like the seatbelt. This is why professional traders risk only 1 to 2% of their account per trade. It's not the fattest path mathematically, it's the path where you don't die. If you don't die, compounding works. If you die, compounding never gets a chance to start. Today, we covered 5 things. 1. Even with a 17% win rate, if expected value is positive, you make money. It's not win rate, it's expected value. 2. Making money doesn't mean you are scared. You need at least 200 trades to separate luck from skill. 3. Same strategy, different market conditions, different win rate. When the deck changes, the odds change. When dominance shifts, your edge shifts with it. 4. A 55% win rate strategy will still hit 10 losses in a row. That's a scheduled event. Don't change your strategy. Try to survive it. 5. Going all in on a positive expected value game leads to ruin. Change your position size and the same game lets compounding work. Your skill is already enough. You already have the eye for finding positive expected value setups. But if your size is wrong, none of that matters. This works on any market, Nasdaq, gold, crypto, Nifty, DAX, and etc. The math is the same everywhere. If you don't die, compounding works. Staying alive is compounding. Drop a comment and tell me which section hit you the hardest. I read every single one.